I'll see you guys on the other side. I feel you, though. I feel you. Alright, guys. We are back. This is match number 13. Lucky or unlucky number 13, depending on how you look at it. It's been a while, dude. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Probably over a week. This is probably the longest gap we've had between matches in a while. But we're back. It took a quick memory refresher, but Dong did win board 1 in the Mario Party 3 series, which is why he is player 1 here. And as always, the chat did vote on the other 3 players. They are going to be Daisy, aka Peach with yellow hair, Yoshi, aka Yosh, and Waluigi, aka Wah. Wah. The map of choice is going to, of course, be Deep Bloober Sea, the second board that is played through in the Mario Party 3 story mode, which is how we are doing the order here. A classic map, honestly. If you played Mario Party 3, you probably played this map. I was a big fan of it myself. But the rolls are in. We're going to have Yoshi leading, Waluigi following, the reigning champ of DK coming in 3rd, and Daisy 4th. That is going to be the spread. And we are off to the races here. We're getting our first star location, and it is going to be in the lower right-hand section of the board, which is kind of tricky. You have to make your way through the trail of question marks to get there, which do take you off path. Reminder, if you want to play this at home, it's as easy as pausing, changing the controller settings, and unpausing on turn 1. Let's see what we got here. Yoshi starting off strong with a roll, landing on the bank. Unfortunately, there is nothing in the bank, so he doesn't get anything. But he didn't have to pay anything, and maybe luck will be on his side, who knows. We do have Waluigi, though, not being as lucky and having to pay the bank. He is down to 5 coins. But we're going to have an item minigame. And there's really not a lot to talk about in these early item minigames. I'd say the first 2 to 3 turns, you do get not a lot. But I stand corrected. As I say that, there's actually a Boo Bell on the field here. We're gonna have a turn 1 Boo Bell pickup. This is not something you see very often, guys. We'll see what he opts to go for here. But it doesn't matter, because he instead decided to pick up the reverse mushroom, which is definitely not a bad pickup. If you are new to Mario Party 3, this game does have a lot of unique items. This one actually lets you go backwards. You get a full dice roll, but instead of going forward, you're going backwards. You're going backwards. Our first few rolls are coming in here. We'll see Daisy looking like she's also going to pick up an item. And she does go for the item. Again, not really much to talk about on turn 1. Daisy opting to go for the cheap item, and Toad likes it. Nothing doing. Oh, whoa, just kidding, I take it back. We have a turn 1 lamp pickup in the form of Daisy. She doesn't get it from Toad on that item question. That's pretty hype. That could be a game changer moving forward. Whoa, insane stuff there. The first minigame is going to be a 4-player minigame in the form of Aces High. Minigame is pretty straightforward. You are in a plane, you try to shoot other people out of the sky with your plane, but if you do hold on to the Z button, which is the fire button, long enough for the bullet underneath you to start blinking, like Daisy just did there, you do have a homing bullet at your arsenal. Sorry, that was DK, my bad, who hit Daisy. But Waluigi here dominating, taking out Yoshi. Looking like this is still anyone's game. All players on 1 heart point apiece as we approach the halfway mark. And Daisy goes out. Just down to the Wah and the Dong. Both are playing a relatively... Oh, Waluigi playing a very low game. Ow, but he gets taken out by the homing missile, and that's gonna be all she wrote. DK pulls out the first win. The Dong is actually making waves here because, again, reminder, if you look underneath the webcam or you watch the last match, you will know that he actually won. And so we could have the beginning of the Dong Dynasty here in Mario Party 3. So our eyes are definitely going to be on him. Actually, as we evaluate the players on the board here, I don't think Daisy has been used very much in these previous games. She was present in Mario Party 4. I don't think she won a lot. It's hard to remember. Yoshi definitely has made waves, though. He's done well in the past, as well as Waluigi. So all these players having a bit of a reputation, except for Daisy, but she's been around. She's been around the block once or twice. She definitely knows what she's doing. And we do have the turn 2 reverse mushroom. I don't really know if I understand this play. Waluigi actually going back to the bank, paying the rest of his money, and then landing on the second space off from the start. A questionable move from Waluigi. Don't know if I feel about that. Maybe he's making a play. I don't actually know. We'll see. Yo, Ace Mustachio, thank you for the 5 months. Says, hope you had a Merry Christmas, Ian. I did, thank you. Hopefully you did as well, Ace Mustachio. Welcome back, man. This is turn 2, actually. Transit Racer. Oh, but we have Daisy calling up the joint and then choosing to not buy anything. You might think that's a questionable play, but perhaps she's just trying to free up an item slot in her inventory on the off chance she wants to use a different item in the future, so definitely not a bad move on her part, getting it out of the way, but I would have probably used the mushroom if I were her. Our second minigame is going to be in the form of a Rockin' Raceway. This minigame is all about going quick, but keeping that eye on the stamina meter. If you go too fast, too early, you'll just spin out of control. All players doing a pretty good job. Daisy playing a little more aggressively. Yoshi and DK both playing super conservatively as we approach the first carrot on the track. All players getting dangerously close, and we are going to see all 4 of them picking up the orange carrot, which does give you infinite boost meter. So this is still anyone's game. All 4 players are still very much in this. There is 1 more carrot to go, though. It looks like DK and Daisy are going to be the first 2 people to get there. Are they going to be able to hit it, though? Oh, and they both spin out of control! And now, all eyes are on Yoshi and Waluigi as we approach the finish line. Who could win this one? It's looking like it could be Yoshi. We do get our instant replay. And it is going to be the Yoshi Man who closes that one out. That was a nail biter. That was so close, man. But the Yoshi picked up that minigame win. And just like that, he moves into second place. Shoutouts to the Yoshi Man. The Yoshi Man realizing that if he wants to get around to where the star is, he is going to need to use those shrooms. High rolls would definitely help him here. And he does get an 11 off that, which is more than you can get on a conventional dice roll, so nothing too bad there. He does want to go down, which is reliant on RNG. Will he make the right selection? He picks blue, and it was the right choice. He is in the clear. Good stuff by him. Yoshi well on his way to picking up that star. And he actually has the opportunity to get another item here as well. Oh, a plunder chest. A plunder chest could be big for him here. And it is the first item on the thing. This should be an easy pickup. He realizes what's at stake. He goes for it. Good stuff by the Yoshi Man. That's definitely a heads-up play on his part. Definitely a heads-up play. Waluigi, after going back to start, goes past the bank again. I think most of the money in this bank is from Waluigi, actually. I don't know if I understand what he's going for with that, but he's got nothing. 2 eggs, dude. Snake eyes. Snake eyes? No. Not snake eyes. I don't even know what snake eyes is. Is that 1 or nothing? I can't remember. Snake eyes are 1s. Alright, he's got nothing. He's got an egg. None of that snake nonsense. But we do have a battle minigame. As I ramble, and it's going to be a 20 coin battle minigame, which puts 3 of the players on no money and DK on 1 coin. So this is kind of an all or nothing game. You're going to definitely want to keep your eyes on all these guys because this could be board defining, man. Whoever wins this really is in control. Stop. And it looks like Daisy goes out in the first round. Locked out a game that is very, very stressful for a lot of different reasons. You want to make sure you get that key, but you also want to make sure you get to the door before time runs out. And it looks like Yoshi snags out from DK there. Our final round is going to be Waluigi and Yoshi. An even split. Yoshi picks up the key. Waluigi fails to punch him 3 times, punches the air, and Yoshi gets out of there and picks up that win. Yoshman definitely in control so far, from what we've seen. He's got the board advantage. He has the minigame win advantage. He's just on top of it, man. Yoshi, though, now 32 coins. Definitely the coin leader. Waluigi also sitting on 14, so nothing too bad. Oh, Daisy! Going for the YOLO move! Opting to use the lamp, even though she has no money. Maybe this is an attempt to keep Yoshi from stealing it. Maybe she's just stupid. I don't know. But Yoshi going ham here with this, or sorry, Daisy going ham with this lamp usage. Even though she cannot buy the star at all. I don't know if I agree with that play, but it is what it is. The damage has been done. And there we are. We are getting our first 1v3 minigame in the form of Title Toss. This minigame is actually a lot of fun for the team of 3 because really you can't lose if you play it right. It is pretty easy to dodge. And that's just how it is. Very rarely are we going to see the solo player win this. Waluigi opting to go for the small A presses. Oh, but we do get a ground pound. The team of 3 doing a good job dodging here as we approach the halfway mark. But as I say that though, Daisy does go out. 9 seconds on the clock. Both players are on the edge. They're refusing to move inward. Will Yoshi be able to hang in there for his team? It's looking like... Oh! On the last second, Waluigi takes them both out and snags the W. Insane stuff from Waluigi to pull out that win. That is huge. He needs that money right now too. He needs that money. Yoshi with a big roll here. Getting nothing. Getting Bubkiss on that roll. And let's see, Waluigi here does have money. He could pick up a Boo Bell here. This could be a big pickup. He opts to save his money though. He says, I want the star myself. I don't want to have to resort to stealing the star from somewhere else, and he moves on. Ooh, and our first Bowser space of the game is going to go to DK. We'll see what the roulette says here. And it's going to be a Bowser phone giveaway. All you viewers at home, make sure to check under your seat. You also too have received a Bowser phone, courtesy of Bowser Incorporated. Just a little gift from the game to you guys. Daisy's going ham. She's used her items, I think, every single turn. She's used an item every single turn. And this time she's going to be pulling out the mushroom. Is it enough to land on the bank though? I think it might be. Oh, one short, unlucky, and that money is going to go to the bank. Man, these guys are getting leeched off of by this Koopa. I think the real winner of this board so far is the guy at the bank. He's the one that's really cashing in. We do have another 2v2 though in the form of Etch and Catch, a minigame that requires extreme cooperation from both teams. It's probably one of the most team-oriented 2v2 minigames that exists. The players have to work together to create a circle around the moving stamp on the page. Both teams doing a very good job getting that first guy relatively quickly. However, the position of the Toad is RNG, and the blue team, with good RNG there, snags that one out and takes an early lead. 15 seconds on the clock. Yoshi going away from where the Toad is, and DK says, you know what, I'm gonna do it myself, and somehow he does. But the blue team on the left answering back immediately. But in the closing seconds, the red team also snags one out. Oh, and that is, that was actually a very clutch finish by the guys on the left there in the form of Daisy and Waluigi. They did pull out a W. Very surprising. I thought we were going to see a draw, but they said we're not having it. We're not about that life. Correct, Arca69. You're only allowed to talk to Bowser on the Bowser phone, but that's good. That's good. He gets lonely. Yoshi, though, is going to be picking up the first star of the board with a high roll. Good stuff by him. Good stuff by him indeed. And we now have a star leader in the form of the Yoshi. The Yoshi man. Our second star is going to be just around the corner. this is anyone's game. There are a lot of players that are currently circulating this area of the board. So now it's just a mad dash for getting there with the proper funds. But as I say that, we do have our first question mark, and it's going to be the Bloober striking and putting the Yoshi-Man on the other side of the board. Texting Bowser is allowed. Yes, you can do that. Bowser actually using the Bowser phone. And you'll see, look, he contacted Bowser. There he is. And he unleashes the Yoshi-Man. Or rather, he unleashes the Bows on the Yoshi-Man. Because Yoshi is, of course, in first place. And it is going to be Bowser's Coin Potluck. Which is not what you want to see if you are DK. All these guys, again, getting drained of their money. The only player anywhere close to having enough money to buy the star is Waluigi, and he's not even in the area where the star is. These guys are really struggling right now. This is tough to watch. This is very painful to watch, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm struggling to make it through this right now. But we're gonna have a battle minigame, and guess what? The only person who can pay anything other than 3 coins is Waluigi. So there is only 13 coins at stake, but really, these guys are grasping for straws, man. They'll take whatever they can get. It's going to be a 13 coin battle minigame in the form of 3-door Monty. 3-door Monty actually is a lot of fun if you are all about those reaction type minigames. The players have to watch these 3 guys, the Toad, the Boo, and the Koopa. They will go into various holes here, and then one of them will appear on screen. It's up to the players to hit the button that corresponds to the correct door faster than everyone else. We'll see what we can get here. My eyes are on Yoshi here for this one. Oh, but DK striking almost immediately. Yoshi, no, wait, but he got it wrong. Yoshi does pull out the win. 2 of the players didn't even guess the right answer. Yoshi will be getting like about 8 or 9 coins, probably. Big wins from the Yoshi-Man. Good stuff. DK went for a gamble there. I respected it, but it didn't pay off. And Daisy with the nice choice. Nice. Treadmill Grill. In this 4v4 minigame, it is relatively easy, guys. Easy to play, easy to follow. All you have to do is stay alive. Feel free to knock your teammates off, but don't run off yourself and don't hit the flames. Just like that, Waluigi goes out early. We are having a all-out brawl here. Whoa! 2 quick ones, and DK grabs that win before I can even get started talking about what's going on because that happened so quickly. Shoutouts to the DK for coming alive and winning that one. And, you know, you might think, oh, it's only 10 coins, it's not that much, but you have to realize what we're working with here. These guys have nothing. Any coin amount helps. As I say that, though, we have another battle minigame. I don't know if you guys are getting tired of this or not, but I know I'm not. We'll see what we're going to have this time. It's going to be a 10 coin game. A little more at stake this time than last time. 33 coins. The ante has been upped a bit. And here we go. It is going to be Merry-Go Chomp, a battle minigame that we have not seen in the Mario Party 3 Grudge Match series yet. And this minigame is all about RNG, man. You can't have a Mario Party battle minigame without some element of RNG. It's up to the players here to make the right choice, that they land on the platform that the Chomp does not want to put in the cage. Everyone opting to avoid the orange. That's an interesting move because the orange only exists in the first round. Maybe they think because it's temporary, it's not a good choice. Oh, Yoshi goes out early this time. You hate to see that, man. You hate to see Yoshi, the player who won the skilled minigame last time, go out to RNG this time, but it is going to happen. And this time the open platform is going to be that blue. The one that Yoshi got taken off on last time, so understandably so. Oh, and Daisy this time going out. And then there were 2 in the form of the Dong and the Wah. Let's see what these guys go for. This time opting to leave the green one open, who I think, I believe the green platform was the one Daisy was on last time, so perhaps these guys are just trying to avoid the one that the Chomp got mad at last time. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be, though, for Waluigi and DK. Clutches that one out. And I don't remember for sure, but I think DK was able to pay the full price. So it's good on him for winning that, man. He gets a little bit of money back. That's respectable. Good on him for sure. So now we only have 2 players that don't have anything instead of 3. Wait, but as I say that, we have Waluigi here landing on a Bowser space. That's not good news. That is definitely not good news if you're a Waluigi fan. We'll see what it is going to be. It's going to be 15 coins for Bowser. So he doesn't have 0 coins, but he might as well. He's sitting on a hefty 4 coins now. The bow strikes, though, yet again. DK rolling. And he is actually going to hold on to his money, which is a rarity through this board so far. And we have a 2v2 in the form of Pump It Away. This minigame does require team coordination, but it is not required. You can get hard carried as long as one of these players are in the zone. But it's all about having good pumps, man. You gotta make sure that you are on top of those AZ alternating presses, man. And if you can get in sync with your partner, it's even better. We'll see. I think the blue team did a pretty good job there, though. But it's tough to call right now. We approach the 100-yard meter, or 100-yard mark, rather. 200 yards. Both of these guys are plowing through the 300 mark. Ooh! But the blue team does edge out that win by a victory margin of 49 yards. Good stuff to the team of Yoshi and Waluigi. Yoshi, of course, the only person to, at some point in the game, he somehow had enough money to buy a star, and he did. But he's the only one with a star. That win definitely helps him and Waluigi both quite a bit. Yoshi now exploring the upper part of the board along with DK. They're actually making their way around. Oh! Waluigi losing more coins. Going back down, man. Going right back down. I'm hoping that maybe we'll start to see a little bit of coin build up from these guys because they've been struggling in the early game, and we're getting close to mid-game range, and I would really hate to see these guys still be sitting on 0 coins moving forward. We do have an item minigame though for Daisy here. We'll see what she chooses to go for. And here's the wind-up. And the pitch. Oh, and she picks up a skeleton key. Very interesting. There are a few sections on this board that do have star spawns that require a skeleton key to get to. So having a pocket skelly is definitely not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. We've got another 2v2 though, in the form of Baby Bowser Broadside. Now this minigame is a lot of fun. This is probably one of my personal favorite 2v2s in the Mario Party 3 game. It relies on both players to keep their eyes on the target, which is that moving Baby Bowser. And they want to try to get in as many hits as they can on him. These scores are cumulative, both players adding to the same total for their team. As we approach the 20-second mark, we do have a slight lead from the team on the left of DK and Yoshi. It's about 5 points right now. But now we reach the rotation phase where the players are moving to the left. It's important during this part to slowly be moving the joystick so you keep your aim locked on the guy in the middle. Oh, but the team on the right with a 1-point lead as we enter into the closing seconds. Will they be able to hold on? 70-76, it's looking like they are going to do that. And Waluigi and Daisy coming alive in the second half of that minigame to actually clutch out the win. Big stuff by those guys. Big ups to those guys for sure. And the guys in 3rd and 4th definitely could use all the wins they could get, so good on them. During that minigame, though, 8-Bit Fusion did resub 2 months on that Twitch Prime, who says, Rays3. Thank you very much for that, 8-Bit Fusion. Raise peas in the chat, guys, for 8-Bit. Oh, but we do have a Boo sighting, and we'll see. Yoshi does choose to steal from Waluigi, one of the only other people with a sizable amount of money. Interesting, though, because Waluigi is in 3rd and not 2nd, yet Yoshi still targeted him. That's a very interesting decision by him, but the theft was successful. He is now banking, and good on him now. Good on him. Ooh, we have a question from the baby Bowser. It does not work out for Yoshi, and he gets nothing as a result. He gets Bupkis. Waluigi does realize that the star is down low. He doesn't want to go there. Will he make the right choice? He does not! Unlucky stuff for the Wah, and now he's going up. He's got to explore that upper part of the board instead. What? But as I say that, though, he gets Bluebird! And he's back down to where he needed to be. I think that was a 300 IQ play. I definitely did not see that one coming. Good stuff by the Wah there. DK, of course, making the obvious choice and stealing from the only person with any amount of money. Other than, I mean, I guess Daisy is a little bit right. But, we'll see how it plays out. Okay, nice. The theft was successful. And DK now actually, the definitive and the only person on the board to have any amount of coins over, I'd say 30. So a pretty big coin lead by him. But, though, we do have a Bowser event here. Again, the Bowser's probably been in this game as much as Daisy has at this point. And we have another Bowser phone giveaway. If any new viewers came in since the last one, you guys also now get a Bowser phone. But DK hoarding the Bowser phones. Oh god, he has so many. 2 Bowser phones. 2 Bowser phones. So minigame win here could actually be big for Daisy. Oh, just kidding, as I say that, she also gets Bluebird. Everyone has now been thoroughly Bluebird in this board, which is what we love to see, man. Keeps you on your toes. Just when you think you've got it figured out, boom, the Bluebird strikes. Anyways, moving into this next minigame, I believe it's a 1v3. The solo player this time, Yoshi, who could definitely use this win to solidify his lead. We'll see if he can hold on here. This minigame definitely heavily favors the team of 3, though. If you are new to this minigame, it is on the team of 3 to make it up the hill. It's up to the solo player to knock him down with those boulders. Oh, Yoshi with the God Boulder, hitting both of the players that had made a sizable amount of distance up the track here. Daisy, though, looking lively for her team right now. Waluigi now. Oh, could Yoshi potentially do this? 5 seconds on the clock, as long as Daisy dodges this. Oh, and she's in there. Woo! Normally the team of 3 wins this, but Yoshi definitely made it closer, so props to him. That being said, though, Waluigi, Daisy, and DK do close that out. They do win, and that's probably good for those guys because none of them do have a star. Yoshi is the only one who does have that, so those wins definitely are big for him, or for them, rather. Yoshi does pay 5 coins to the bank, and the bank guy, I feel like the banker's honestly the coin leader at this point. He has so much money in there. We do have another question mark space, and it is going to be this guy. In this particular move, if I were Yoshi, I would want to get eaten. We'll see if he realizes this, or if he chooses to escape anyways. He does realize the importance of getting consumed, which does throw him back to star, which does put him near the star. So definitely a very big heads-up play by him there. Good stuff by the Yosh man. And it is now a race again to the star in the form of Waluigi and Yoshi. Neither of them have the money right now, but they're both right there. So a couple minigame wins, and either one could pick it up. We do have a Boo Bell in play on this winner's wheel for Waluigi. Well, what alliteration that is. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Blue. We'll see if he opts to go for it. The wheel is spinning. Getting dangerously close to stopping. Oh, and he picks up the reverse mushroom again. We've seen some crazy stuff with the reverse mushroom in the other board, so this item, it might seem harmless. It can be dangerous, guys. It can be super dangerous. DK using the Bowser phone again. Who's he gonna sick Bowser on this time? It is going to again be the Yosh Man. So good stuff. Good stuff by DK. We'll see though if the Bowser backfires. And it's going to be Bowser Shuffle, which does move around the position of all the players on the board. This could be huge, man. This could actually be huge. We'll see what we have here. DK is now the one who's brought back the start, but where is Yoshi? That play actually worked out for DK though, because DK now has the money and is right there at the star. So DK looking like, oh, but he goes away from it. Interesting move. DK opting to go away from the direction of the star. I don't know if I agree with that, man. Maybe he knows something that we don't, but I feel like that's not the right move in this situation. Unfortunately, we're not in the team comms. We can't hear what was going through DK's head, but interesting decision by him for sure. And DK flubbing the item minigame as well. He gets nothing from that turn. Very, very confused by this. Daisy, the other person with enough money to buy the star, is there though, but she does not roll high enough. We do have a Toad question. And Toad likes her answer, so she gets some shrooms. Boom, there it is. So it's looking like what was once a potential star for DK, now is looking like a star for Daisy. Interesting, man, interesting stuff. Oh, we have Picture Imperfect though, probably one of my favorite minigames to play. It's a 4-player minigame where you have to hit the block above you to try to make as close to the original picture as you can. Daisy nailing that first round. Oh, but DK actually getting the perfect nose. This is too close to call, man. I think Yoshi and Waluigi almost had exactly the same face. But we do have dual winners here in the form of DK and Daisy, tying at 24 points. Interesting, man, super interesting. I don't think I've seen a tie on that game happen very much, so you guys witnessed history. You witnessed history today, guys. Yoshi opting to go for the plunder chest. What is he going to plunder, though? He can pick anyone. All the other guys having items. He does pick the reverse mushroom. Perhaps he wants to go back to Boo again next turn and steal from Daisy? Question mark? Oh, and I was going to say we might see a game guy here, but it's looking unlikely because Yoshi again has no money. Never heard that before, right? Ooh, Yoshi this time might want to escape the void. If I were him, I'd be playing ahead to the next star. I would go ahead and write off the one to Daisy as done. But he does get consumed again. Yoshi has been consumed twice now, this time thrown to the bottom left of the board. Ooh, now this is very interesting. Waluigi does move before Daisy. And Daisy has been rolling very, very low these past few turns. So if Waluigi steals from Daisy before she can get to the star, she can't buy it. She can't buy it. This is super interesting. I don't know, man. We'll see if he knows this and if he opts to go for the heads-up play, or if Daisy will just roll high enough. And she gets Bluebird right before she gets to the star. That whole plan doesn't even matter anymore because just like that, boom, Bluebird. Get Bluebird, idiot. That's what the trash-talking internal raysfire would say, but we're going to withhold that. That's rude. We do have Pickin Panic, a 2v2 minigame, which requires the player on the left to grab a fruit, throw it to the player on the right, and the player on the right to drop it into the basket. The 3 berries are worth 3, obviously. The solo is only worth 1. And both teams are very much in sync right now. Ooh, but the team underneath grabbing an early lead. Oh, I forgot there's 2s in this as well. Yoshi trying to keep it alive for his team, though, and he ties it back up as we approach the 10-second mark. 15-18 the spread right now. Yoshi still hanging in there, holding on for dear life, wanting to grab that win, but Daisy is not having any of it. And the team of Daisy and DK closes that one out by a very narrow margin of victory. Yo, thank you very much for the host, man. I appreciate that. Woo! He was just browsing, man. He was just browsing. We have approached the halfway mark, and what better way to approach the halfway mark than a battle minigame, but you guys haven't seen that before. It is a 20 coin battle minigame, which is actually pretty substantial. 3 of these guys can actually pay the full price. A win for the Yoshi man here would be huge. What's up, Martians? Ooh, and it is going to be Slapdown. A minigame that's all about reactions, man. All about reactions. In this minigame, you have to hit the A button right when you see that flower appear on these spinning wheels. But hit it too early and you lose. Yoshi with the immediate reaction. He knew what was at stake and he clutched out that win. Big stuff for him, given that he only put, I think, 5 coins into the pot. Boom, there it is, and he gets the extra coin. That's gonna be 39 coins for the Yosh man. And 16 for Daisy and Bubkiss for everyone else. Which is big because now, Waluigi can't steal coins. He can't do anything. Oh, Yoshi didn't put any. My mistake. Dang, then Yoshi got everything. He put nothing in and got 39 coins as a result. Waluigi here, though, getting lucky with the Baby Bowser, and he does get the lamp that does move the star location. That is a very powerful item. We'll see how he opts to use that moving forward. Hey, but in case you missed it, how about we do another battle minigame? Here it is. It has returned in the form of another 20 coin battle minigame. Here we go. This time we do have 60 coins in, slightly more than last time, but not by much. And it is going to be all fired up. Here we go, guys. This minigame is all about survival. There are a couple of potaboos that are dropped into this cage with these guys, and it's up to these guys to not run into them. They do make interesting formations that the players do have to be able to react to and dodge, so we'll see how they opt to go for it. All players going into the middle and facing the potaboo, staring down the enemy. And we're doing relatively well. As I say that, though, we lose 2 in the forms of Waluigi and Daisy. Yoshi and DK still holding on strong here. Back-to-back battle minigame wins for Yoshi would be huge for him right now. We've approached the halfway point. The player's still doing a good job, and we have a T formation here. The T formations are... Oh, Yoshi! In between the cracks there. I had to hold my breath for that one. The T formation is one of the most dangerous because it switches directions and you never know what it's going to do. 10 seconds on the clock. Will we see both players survive? 5, 4, 3. And in an interesting turn of events, we have both players surviving, so we're going to have 2 winners for this battle minigame. And that is going to be Yoshi and DK. 30 coins apiece. There you go, man. So Yoshi coming out of this turn with a huge profit. That's going to be 49 coins to his name. DK winning back some money himself there. Daisy, though, still has enough money to do some damage at the boo station, and I think she knows this, so she's using that mushroom to get there. But unlucky for her, it's not enough, and she does not even make it there. And instead of a 4 blue 4-player minigame, it is going to be a 4 red 4-player minigame. I just thought I'd mention that in the form of NPIQ, a speedrunner and friendship nightmare of a minigame, which involves a lot of mashing if you're playing it the way I do. But the way these guys are going to play it is they're going to wait it out, get the question, answer appropriately, and just like that, Yoshi shows you how it's done with an early lead. who collects coins at the start of a battle minigame. We'll see if anyone remembers that it is in fact a Goomba. DK does answer and get that question right, and it is currently 1-1, or 1-0-1-0, the full score line. We'll see how these guys played out. The CPUs actually have a 100% accuracy rating. I don't think we've ever seen any player ever get a question wrong in this minigame so far. These guys are on top of it. They may not be the fastest thinkers, but once they've gotten from point A to point B and they know what they're thinking about, these guys know what's up. The scoreline now with this Yoshi question is 2-2-1-1. Yoshi and Waluigi, the point leaders. They are both actually on match point. If either of them get this question right, they do win. They're thinking hard on this one. Daisy actually coming alive here. Letting people know, hey, I'm still here, guys. I am very much still here. The scoreline now 2-2-1-1. Half of the guys on match point. Waluigi chiming in, and will he get it right? He does, just like that. He does get the win as well. Boom. There it is.
I'm the best.
Waluigi, the legend, pulling out the W there. Terrence, I've actually been thinking about doing a special, quote-unquote, a Mario Party special, where I do it on easy instead of hard, just to see if it's any more entertaining or not. What's up, Ryuki? Yoshi with the big roll, though. Rolling a 10. And he does actually not get hit by the bullet, which is good. Yoshi again well on his way to pick up another star. And I feel like, honestly, at the rate that this game is going, another star pickup by him could honestly just put the game out of reach. I think I said honestly about 4 times, but I just want to emphasize the importance. Waluigi, though, does bust out the reverse shroom. And we'll see what he does with it here. The obvious choice here is to steal from either DK or Yoshi. And he does decide Yoshi's the right choice. And he goes for that steal. Let's be honest here, man. Thanks for the 250 bits. Punslinger. Throwing out a raised Q. Can I get some raised Qs in chat, please? As I say that, though, Waluigi does pick up a decent amount of money. 19 coins. Big stuff by him. And I think he's doing 2 things. He's trying to steal from Yoshi both ways, so Yoshi can't buy the star. But maybe also, if he gets enough money, steal the star from him. Ooh, but this could put a bit of a hamper in his plans. Bowser has been called again. We've had so many Bowser appearances this board, man. It has been sicked on DK. And Bowser's saying, wait, no, I like talking to you. Don't leave. Here's more phones. And now we have another Bowser phone that is in circulation. In the hands of Mr. Waluigi. So many Bowser phones. Daisy choosing to go for the mushroom item use. I think that's probably fair. I don't think she likes being stuck in this part of the board. She just wants to get out. And really, can you blame her? There's not a lot going on other than the Boo over there. That being said, the Boo is pretty powerful. She does choose to steal from Yoshi, and it appears there's some collaborative efforts from Waluigi and Daisy here to make sure Yoshi doesn't have enough money to buy the star. We'll see if it's a success, and it is. If you'll pay close attention to Yoshi's coin count, you'll see he now is well under the margin needed to buy a star from the Toad. So good stuff by them, man. Good on them. Thanks for the host, Awesome Yoshi fan. And I feel like Daisy is also going to use a hidden block here, so she uses both of her items in one turn. But she's lining on another Bowser space. The return of the Bows. What will we have this time? Maybe another Bowser phone giveaway? Oh, it is going to be the coin potluck, though, in which everyone has to pay the Bows. And Yoshi went from having like 50 coins to nothing. And just like that, 3 out of the 4 players on the board have like no money again. Seem familiar? If this continues on the same trend, we're gonna have a battle minigame next turn. We do have a 1v3 in River Raiders, though. This is a take what you get minigame, which could be huge to all 4 players. And we've seen both teams here, the solo player and the team of 3, walk away with over 20 coins on both sides before. We'll see if that remains, or if these guys will flub it and continue to have nothing. There's a bag in play. And Yoshi does barely get it, but he does get it. As we approach the 10-second mark, both teams are over the 10-coin barrier, which is good. Those guys were dodging that bag like the plague. What could have been 25 coins was left as 20 coins because DK and Daisy and Waluigi all didn't want to pick it up, but you know what? It's all good. Because they still got 20 coins, and it's all good. So, a solid minigame for everyone. As you can see by the new coin counts here, everyone definitely needed that. And that kind of changes the landscape of the game because these guys that once had no money to do anything with now have enough to do things like steal coins from other players using Boo or buy things from the store. Oh, but we have another Bowser phone use, and this time it has been dropped on the Yoshman. Here we go. What are we gonna get this time? It's going to be 20 coins for the Bows, and that's actually big because Yoshi only has 20 coins, so now again he can't buy the star. We're having a bunch of back and forth here, man. Just when you think one of them's gonna get it, something happens, and he can't get it anymore. Oh, but we have a hidden block, and it is. Ooh, that scared me, man. That actually really scared me. It isn't a star, but it puts him at the margin of coins needed to actually steal a star. So that's almost just as good. DK does go the right direction as well, and again, he does have the money. But instead of continuing to go on track to the star, he chooses to go down, which does, as a result, get him Bluebird. The return of the Bloober. We've definitely seen a lot of questionable moves from these guys so far. Don't know if I agree with a lot of what's been going on here. But maybe these guys know something we don't. We've seen some crazy stuff happen in the final 5 turns, and I'm hoping we'll have that happen again. Another 4-player minigame. This time it is going to be Ice Rink Risk. This minigame, if I remember correctly, is all about surviving. It is. This minigame actually does get very intense in the later portions of it. The rules are simple. Stay alive, don't get hit by the red shell. 30 seconds on the clock. DK goes out almost immediately. So does Waluigi. These guys are struggling right now. 20-second mark. The second red shell has now entered the playing field. And whoa, an unlucky bounce from those shells take out Daisy. That is an easy win for the Yoshman. This is a 20-turn board. And I think we are getting close to the last 5 turns. I don't know for sure, but I think that might be the case. Yoshi getting close to the star. Will he get there? No, he's going to get bloobed. Fortunately for him, though, there's a couple of additional reverse bloobs, or counter bloobs, if you will, that he can land on next turn to make it happen. Waluigi again using the Bowser phone. That is a risky move, because even if Bowser is sicked on someone else, he can still be affected, but it is going to DK this time. I think we've had more Bowser events than turns this game. And it's gonna be 20 coins for Bowser. On DK, that's actually a pretty smart move. Ended up working out. We do have a position change as a result. 2nd to 3rd, and Waluigi moves into 2nd. Will we see the star steal that we were thinking we were gonna see, though? We do! Waluigi coming alive here in the second half of the game and snagging that lead up from the Yoshman. There it is. We now have a lead change. A new star holder, if you will. Oh, I almost thought he landed on the bank there. That would have been even bigger. Woo! All these Bowsers and still no suit to go with your phone. Maybe soon, man. Oh, but we have a bank win from Daisy. That is going to cement her the coin star. That is a big win. Actually, maybe not. That's definitely going to put her in the running for it. A minigame win here by her would definitely give her the coin star because she would be sitting on 69 coins. We do have a 1v3 though in the form of hide and seek, pretty much. And these guys can win. The team of 3 can win almost assuredly if they work together and use cooperation and coordination. We'll see if they do opt to do that or not, though. Yoshi does go out on the first move, and that is what you want to see if you are a Daisy fan. She's going to need to get rid of these people sooner rather than later. And this time she opts to go for Waluigi under the bush. And it is now a game of RNG, man. 50-50. Where will DK go? Which one will she choose? Time to find out. And she makes the wrong choice. Unlucky for her. She needed that win for the coin star, and it's not gonna happen. DK, Waluigi, and Yoshi are gonna be banking off that, man. They're gonna be banking. Good stuff, indeed. By the way, guys, I'm gonna be giving away a sub at the end of this. I forgot to mention that, so stick around after the board if you would like to. Ooh, we have an item minigame for Yoshi, and we are definitely into the late game now, so the items are almost assuredly going to be good in this item minigame. Yes, a Boo-Bell plunder chest, a reverse mushroom. We'll see if this plays out. If I were Yoshi, I would definitely want to go for that Boo-Bell. That is going to be in the second from the right. Does he choose to go for it, though? He does not. Instead, he is going to be picking up the plunder chest. Not a bad pickup. I did not truff. I'll be doing that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Here we go. Are we going to see another question mark? We are. It is going to be in the form of this weird fish thing. A good roll would allow him to get the star. Instead, though, if he gets consumed, he will be going back to where the Boo is, I believe. Which, again, isn't a bad move. The Boo plays have been working well for him so far. He does realize this. He opts to go for it, and just like that, he's right back. Right back at the Boo. Do a quick turn check. Yes, we are in last 5 turns after this. Oh, magic lamp on the field. Are we gonna see a lamp pickup? We do. That is actually big. At the rate that this game has been going, a single star could definitely push the odds in your favor of winning this game. Yo, Shamario, thanks for the host, dude. Appreciate that. We do have a dice roll from Daisy, and she gets a 3 out of it. Oh, she chooses to go to Game Guy. She's gambling it all. 59 coins. This is crazy. I'm actually really nervous for her. Curious to see how this one plays out. We'll see what the Game Guy minigame of today is. This could determine the flow and the fate of this entire board. There's going to be Game Guy's lucky 7. The player has 2 dice roll to outroll the Game Guy. If they land right on lucky number 7, they do double their money. I think, well, more than double. I think they actually get 4 times their money. And here we go. Daisy with the 6 roll on her first roll. That's huge. We'll see what the Game Guy chooses to go for. A 5 and she's toast. Oh, and he gets a 4. But does she want to win more than double? She chooses to play it safe. Does get 2 times at 59, and that's going to be a big win for Daisy. That is going to be a huge win. Woo! Daisy took a risk, and it paid off, and just like that, she's sitting on 118 big ones. The minigame now, Curtain Call. Curtain Call is a minigame of memory and survivability. I'm gonna let the minigame play itself out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a step out of the room during this minigame. And just grab something, so pay attention. And we're back just in time. It is going to be just in time for the Yosh man to grab a W. No, Daisy, sorry. My bad, my bad. Daisy won that minigame. I'm blind. All right, last 5 turns. What do we got here? What do we got? We have Waluigi with a very weak lead. It is a single star lead, but he definitely hasn't, he definitely doesn't have the money for it. Daisy, though, was picked to be the winner, and as a result, she gets even more money. So if these guys want to take the coin star away from Daisy, they're going to need to come alive. They're going to need to do it now. Although we do have DK sitting on that lamp that he did pick up last turn. Oh, but Yoshi is looking to plunder the lamp from DK. Whoa, that is a big play, dude. That is honestly a huge play. And with the proper funding that he has right now, well, he could buy the star, but he is going to be hitting up Boo next turn. So Yoshi has more than enough time to make a play with that magic lamp. Good on him. DK just kind of walking his way through the upper portions of the board. He's honestly distraught after losing the lamp, and I mean, wouldn't you be distraught as well? He didn't even have that item for a single turn because he bought that last turn. Now he's floundering, man. He's floundering. Oh, but he knew what was at stake. He knew that he could go back to the Boo, and we've got a lot of action for the Boo at the top right of the map lined up for this next turn. He's gonna be hit up 3 times, probably. Potentially even a 4th. Depending on what Daisy opts to go for here. Oh. Daisy does go back to start, which is where the star is. So her head is in the right place, but there is a lamp, so I can't imagine that star existing by the time she gets around the bend to the star. But Daisy definitely playing very well. As we move into Logjam, the teams are going to be Daisy and Waluigi against Yoshi and DK. This minigame is all about hitting the right button at the right time. Swing too early and the player can't put down the log. Hit the wrong button and the log doesn't get put down. And it's up to these players to hit as many as they can. Currently the score is 5-5, a very close game. The team on the left with a slight edge here. Currently deadlocked to 9 logs apiece. 10 now as we approach the final 10 seconds. The team on the left maintaining a minor lead as I'm dying.
Finish!
But oh my god. The team on the right wins. I'm dying. Good stuff by Yoshi and DK to come alive at the very last minute in the dying seconds of the minigame and clutch out a win. Big stuff by them. Yoshi choosing to waste no time, and he goes straight for the lamp. He goes straight for the lamp. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm good, guys, I promise. Yoshi on the Watermelon Genie. And finally, the star that has been in that spot the entire board, pretty much, is going to get eradicated. We're going to have something fresh to look at here. And this is very exciting. This is the type of thing that I live for in these grudge matches, man. A mad dash for first place in the closing turns. That's what we love to see. The next star is, of course, behind the skeleton key. I was talking about that a little bit earlier. The skeleton key door is going to make it very difficult to get to without the help of a reverse mushroom, a skeleton key, or a lamp. But these guys still have time if they move quickly. Yoshi does have that reverse mushroom already, so all he has to do is get into that area. Will he do it, though? Will he do it? This time, though, Waluigi playing for the first place position instead of using his head and opting to steal money from Yoshi, all of Yoshi's money. A mere 13 coins instead of stealing from Daisy. A questionable play there, but as we are getting into the late game, and these guys do both have the same number of stars, coin count does matter. I think Waluigi realizes that. Will we see another game, guy? Oh, we do not. Waluigi choosing to play it safe here. And can you really blame him? Oh, but he could go back again to Boo. We'll see if he chooses to do it. We've seen so much Boo action. I think this is probably the most Boo has been used this entire game, but he chooses to not. The first time in the entire game, this entire board, that he opted to not go to the Boo and instead go away. I wonder what his thought process was. As a result, he's paying the price, and he is now getting his money stolen from him, just like he did to Yoshi a few seconds ago. And as a result, he now lost most of his money as well. So now we have this interesting dynamic emerging here. We have the third and fourth places that actually have money, but no star, and then the first and second places that have a star, but have no money. And it would be super easy for the guys in third and fourth to be in first and second, but they're not. And Daisy rubbing salt in the wound, landing on the bank again. Daisy now sitting on 153 coins. That is insane. That's honestly crazy. Oh, and we do have pipe cleaners, one of my personal favorite games to play and commentate. The minigame is all about hitting those baby Bowsers as they pop out of the pipe, but the inputs can be confusing. We'll see if these guys come alive here, if we see any perfect 30 scores. Daisy and Waluigi doing relatively well so far. Yoshi and DK on the left, definitely struggling a bit, but there is still quite a bit of game to be played. 15 seconds on the clock. The final 10 seconds, and soon we're going to see the 4-pipe overload. Here it is. Will the players hit all 4? And we do see both Waluigi and Daisy get the clean sweep there. Those guys definitely look like they might be the standout winners. And we do see a 22 from Waluigi. Not shabby by him, grabbing that win. And that win's actually big if you are a Waluigi fan, because like I was just talking about last turn, he has a star but has no money, and he needs money right now. Because Daisy very clearly has the coin star, and so his measly 1-star lead is not going to hold up when we move into post-game. He needs action, and he needs it now. Well, that's not my fault, Arcus69. That's the chat's fault. And we're going to have a red space. Unlucky, more than half of the money he won that last minigame is getting lost into the void. I think I've lost my fair share of money into the void as well, to be honest with you. And the blowfish strikes again. I think DK realizes, that's tough. He could have stolen a star, man. If I were him, I definitely would have gone for that. But he decided to instead hang on. He didn't want it this time. Interesting, man, interesting. Daisy going the old-fashioned route, opting to go for the skeleton key around the corner strat. Yoshi going to be playing that reverse mushroom game. However, Yoshi needs money right now if he wants to have any chance of buying that star and solidifying a potential victory. And this board is actually really up in the air. I have no idea who could win this right now. I actually have no idea. We do have Cosmic Coaster coming out here, and it's going to rely on both of the players in the coaster to not hit any of the walls. And everyone on both teams doing a very good job through the halfway mark. Oh, as I say that though, Yoshi does hit a wall. And we are starting to see some flubs here, but the team on the left does hold on, actually tying the record. And that is going to be a win for DK and Daisy. Which is really not what Yoshi needed right now, but more money in the bank for Daisy, I suppose. What is up, Sleep Queen? How's it going? What do we have here? 2 turns left. If things are going to happen, they're going to have to happen now. We're going to need some crazy stuff out of these guys. Especially DK, if he wants to stand any chance of winning whatsoever. Oh, but the bloober strikes again. Here we go. A little bloober sound effect for you guys at home who might not have your own on hand. Daisy's gonna need big rolls, and as I can't even get the words out of my mouth, as I say that, she does roll a 10. She could get a star next turn with a right decision and a high enough roll, but she gets blasted. Unlucky for her. If she was keeping track of the number of buttons that had been pressed, she could have avoided this. But Daisy is now off on her own, and we are probably not going to see a star pickup from her. Snowball Summit, a new minigame never before seen in the Grudge Match series, is all about building a snowball, getting a big enough snowball to knock people back with large amounts of force, and being the last man standing. Here we go. Oh, I like what Waluigi did there. He made a snowball and pushed it off the cliff. He did it again. I don't know what's going through this guy's head. Do we have potential BM going on here, or what's the deal? In any case, he's decided that after rolling 2 snowballs off the hill, maybe he should actually start playing the game. He's walking a very thin line by playing close to the edge like that. But when we do see all of these guys staying alive through the halfway mark, Yoshi with a big snowball to take off Waluigi. DK now could also go off from a wombo combo in the form of Daisy and Yoshi. And we've got a 1v1 here, guys. 15 seconds on the clock. Yoshi does get blasted off, and Daisy with the nice northern lights, the Aurora Borealis in the background to congratulate her for her victory, closes it out on top of the summit. And Daisy is winning pretty much every minigame. Look at her coin count, guys. Her coin count compared even to DK is insane right now. And that really is unfortunate, because if Yoshi had won that minigame, he might have been able to buy the star. I don't know his coin count exactly, but... oh no, it wouldn't have been enough anyways. But he had the right idea there. His heart was definitely in the right place. It is, actually. The more you know, Mr. Shasta. And I agree, Evely. I agree. DK here in the closing turn makes the right choice, but he gets bloobered. Again, let me do that bloober noise for you. And DK gets bloobered to close it out. And we are going to have for the final minigame, an all-red 4-player game. And it is going to be Cheap Chase. This minigame is all about mashing, but also timing your dives. It's very, very important. Because if you hit those bombs, you can get consumed by the fish. And no one wants that, let me tell you. But if you mash too slow, someone will beat you to the finish. DK and Waluigi with an early lead here. Still a very, very close race between DK and Waluigi. Yoshi coming alive though in the second half of the track, and he might actually be able to close this one out. And he does. Just like that, the Yoshi man wins. I did not expect that. But shoutouts to the Big Guppy. Yoshi winning the final minigame. And we'll see if that was what he needed to snag that minigame star out. But this board is honestly anyone's game at this point. Very excited to see the results of this. And we are now in post-game. We'll see how the bonus stars factor in. The first, of course, going to be the minigame star. And if you had to ask me, I'm thinking Yoshi or Daisy has this. Daisy, of course, winning the coin star easy, but I don't know about the other two. And really... Oh, DK, actually. Could we see another Dong victory? If DK wins another star, he wins the board. Actually, everyone has a star now, so whoever wins this wins the game. Waluigi and DK both win, but DK has more coins. DK has come alive in the bonus stars and snagged out the win. And we have a repeat winner, the two-peat in the form of the Dong. Just when we were counting him out, he grabs the win. He's done it again. Back-to-back wins for DK. He's now the two-time champion and the only champion of Mario Party 3. This man is an animal. He's on top of it. Look at this, guys. What a close game. Holy buckets. The Dong is strong, man. The Dong is strong in this one. And if you're asking yourself, why should I watch these dumb grudge matches? Why should I watch this guy commentate 4 computer players playing Mario Party? That's why. That's why we do it, guys. That is 100% why we do it. In any case, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it very much. It's been a while since I've done one of these. It was good to hop on the commentary desk and do another one. I always have a lot of fun with those, and it means a lot, man. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Okay, before I go, I am actually going to give away a sub. If you're not currently subbed and you want to be subbed, put a 1 in the chat, please.